Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Madam INTAN SYAHRIZA binti AZIZAN. Group number 3 will present the topic that we choose, which is unemployment in urban area. So, first we start with the introductions of unemployment in urban area. Urbanization is associated with the increase of residents in urban area through migration from the agriculture area, mostly common due to the change in social and economic position, a transition from rural to urban society. Urbanization is crucially linked to the migration. Individuals normally choose to migrate when they are drawn by a more opportunity in the city that offer greater economic prospect in the long run than the countryside. Unemployment in urban area occurs when there are industrial development that lead to the shifting of job seekers from rural to urban that overburden the urban job market. This situation is also called as crowding out. For example, Malaysia's urban population had grown from about 66% in 2004 and to 70% in 2018. So it is predicted that this growth will continue as individuals from rural areas immigrate to urban areas by cause of continuing change from agriculture to industry and services. The government should implement more employment opportunities in rural areas and the system that provides interview opportunities to reduce the unemployment in the urban area.
First issue of unemployment in urban area is limited opportunities due to work experience. Individuals with limited work experience often face challenges in finding employment in urban area. The competitiveness of urban job markets, coupled with employers' preference for candidates with relevant experience, can make it difficult for those without a substantial work history to secure employment. This issue related to the definitions of unemployment in the urban area. The most important one is the person who is currently without a job, who potentially could be available for work, but nevertheless is currently not active seeking a job. This person is not considered to be among the unemployed because he or she is also not a part of the workforce. People who want to work but they are not active looking for work are referred to as a hidden unemployed. At this time, and this category of the population is not in the labor force, whether by choices or circumstance, because they have become disillusioned with previous job search attempts and limited job opportunities, have to face the discriminations or the cultural barriers and have a limited job mobility or relocation problems. Technological advancements occurs when developments in technology and working practices cause some workers to lose their jobs. Technological advances are altering the way we work, reducing the demand for some occupations while increasing the demand for others. Jobs that are experiencing rapid growth are still experiencing rapid technological adoption, which necessitates workers in those fields learning new skills. Along with these changes may come advances in productivity, resulting in high-paying, high-quality jobs for those in positions to be benefit from the growth of these good jobs. However, there is a risk that people will lose job-paying middle-class wages and be locked out of better jobs, particularly among those without advanced degrees.
The loss in populations experienced by rural areas disrupt the rural labour market and can deepen the rural and urban development divide. This can hinder agriculture productivity in areas where commercial agriculture is not prevalent, and it impacts city residents who rely on rural food production. In addition, once land is sold as migrants leave for the city, it can often be acquired by large corporations for industrial agriculture or intensive natural resource harvesting. Often, this land use intensifications can further degrade the environment. Brain drain is another disadvantage of rural to urban migrations, as those who could contribute to the developments of rural economies choose to remain permanently in the city. This can also result in the loss of family ties and a reduction in rural social cohesion. Lastly, the promise of urban opportunities is not always kept, as many cities struggle to keep up with their population's growth. High rates of unemployment and lack of affordable housing often leads to the formation of squatter settlements on the periphery of megacities. Rural poverty then takes on an urban form and the standards of living can decrease. With a rapidly growing population, the adjustment becomes difficult to manage with economic and social change. Urbanization tends to create a problem like housing, electricity, water, transport, and etc. In addition, the growing population is at risk of permanent environmental damage through urbanizations in some rural areas. The rapidly growing population transformed the economy into mass unemployment and low employment. As the population increased, the ratio of workers to the total population increased. The result is that with an increase in the labour force, unemployment and low employment increased. Rapid increment of the population reduced savings and investment. Overpopulation caused more competitions for employment. Not only does increased competitions for work make it tough to find a job, employer can hire employee for a lower wages because there are more applicants than job to go around. Lower wages during time when the demand for product is higher than can be produced lowers the purchasing power and enhance the illusions that there are fewer jobs. During tough time, employees are also less likely to give up a job they dislike because the odds are against them to find a better job.
When real wages or the cost of hiring workers are too high, classical unemployment develops. So as a result of this scenario, the company was unable to pay all of its employees. So when real wages are excessively high, they exceed the benefits received by employers from the labour performed by workers. So companies that cannot afford to offer living wages choose not to hire as many individuals as are available. So workers negotiating for a minimum pay that surpass the company means making hire too expensive for the company and leaving workers unemployed. So it is a typical example of unemployment. So some economists suggest that when wages fall below a livable rate, many people choose to leave the labour force and cease looking for work. So this is especially true in nations where low-income families get government assistance. In such instance, wages must be sufficiently high to persuade people to choose employment over government assistance. In the scenario stated, wages below the livable wages are likely to result in lower labour market participation. Conflict theory holds that society is perpetually at odds due to competing for finite resources. So according to conflict theory, domination and power rather than consensus and compliance preserves social order. So it examines society as a whole and concentrates on the various disputes that arise between social classes. According to Marx, the fight arises between the lower class and upper class. So this theory holds that people with more power and money can acquire higher level of services such as education and healthcare, resulting in a higher level of stratification in society. Stratification is a social separation based on class and money. So causes conflict can be seen in stratification, particularly in the workplace. It causes significant friction because individuals who do not have the resources to obtain the service they require resort to unconventional tactics. So unemployment, according to conflict theory, is evidence of people in powerful or privileged position exploiting others. So conflict theory, for example, characterize the relationship between employer and employee as one of the conflict, with businesses wishing to pay as little as possible for the employees' labor and employees wishing to maximize their salary.
Next is cyclical unemployment. Cyclical unemployment is a type of unemployment that tends to occur during economic downturns such as recessions or depressions. It occurs when the economy's demand for goods and services falls below the number of available workers. Schneider 2022. The reason is simple. When economic activity slows, companies tend to downsize and lay off workers, resulting in a rise in unemployment. According to Sexton 2019, cyclical unemployment, as economists explain it, is an outcome of businesses lacking the necessary demands for labor to employ every person who desires work at given point in the business cycle. In simple words, cyclical unemployment is caused by an overall economic downturn, but not by an individual's inability to find a job. However, this cyclical unemployment linked to the Keynesian theory, which is unemployment due to lack of effective demand for goods and services which people could have been employed to produce. Furthermore, according to Keynesian unemployment theory, it can be reduced by the use of monetary or fiscal policy to increase effective demand. Keynesian unemployment theory is distinct from classical employment theory, where wages rates are too high relative to productivity for employment to be profitable. Keynes argued that inadequate overall demand could lead to prolonged periods of high unemployment. An economist's output of goods and services is the sum of four components: consumption, investment, government purchases, and net exports. The differences between what a country sells to and buys from foreign countries. Any increase in demand has to come from one of these four components, but during a recession, strong forces often dampen demand as spending goes down. For example, during economic downturns, uncertainty often erodes consumer confidence, causing them to reduce their spending, especially on discretionary purchases like a house or a car. This reduction in spending by consumers can result in less investment spending by businesses as firms respond to weakened demand for their products. This put the task of increasing output on the shoulders of the government. According to Keynesian economics, state intervention is necessary to moderate the booms and busts in economic activity, otherwise known as the business cycle.
The first decision-making or solution to reduce the unemployment issues in urban areas is job creation through economic growth, increasing job opportunities in urban areas by reducing taxes for the workers, especially among graduates or skilled workers. The government should train local graduates to take up those offers. For example, the national government has introduced employment recovery initiatives such as ZAMRI Kerja Keluarga Malaysia, which aims to create 600,000 jobs with an allocation of RM2 billion in budget 2022. It also encouraged the hiring of persons with disabilities, orang asli and former inmates. Another initiative is Malaysia's short-term employment program, MyStep, known as a short-term work placement program, with the public sector or government companies, GLCs. According to AHMAD 2021, 18,000 contract employment has been allocated with 15,000 jobs in the public sector and 30,000 jobs in GLCs with a duration of 1 to 12 months and 6 to 12 months respectively. The second solution is population control. Since the people who live in rural migrate to the urban area, the growth of the population should be checked to solve the unemployment problem. Thus, population control is one of the solutions that need to take action by the government with implementing family planning program. The Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development should play their roles to enhance awareness regarding family planning program due to the limited job opportunities in urban areas. For example, applying the general knowledge of family planning, which is determining when is the right time to have children, the distance of pregnancy, and how much the couple wants in marriage. The existence of this program is one of the ways to control the population in developing countries by improving the quality of life of people. Without this initiative, the urban area will be filled with a dense population and they will not be able to survive in the future.
Next is through the decreasing technology use that might jeopardize employment opportunities in urban area. So basically, technological change drive long-term economic growth, productivity and improvement in living standards. At the same time, the emergence and diffusion of new ideas, product and production techniques throughout the economy entails a process of creative destruction. New technologies destroy jobs in some industries, especially among the low skill, while creating jobs which are often in different industries and require different skills. However, the usage of technology used in Malaysia is still low, but yet still the authorities agency need to well monitor the usage of the modern technology itself, especially in terms of usage of artificial intelligence AI technology to ensure that the usage of human use in job industry not monopolized by the modern technology use during this era modern globalization. Next solution that could be solved to reduce the unemployment problem is by strengthening the existing government or private company program to polish the skills and practical training towards the unemployed candidates in urban area. So basically, the rate of unemployment of the people in urban area keep increasing is due to the migration people from rural areas towards the urban area. And basically, this kind of migration people does not have any specific skill to fulfill the job requirement by the company, and end up they became beggars as they could not see the job opportunities anymore as it required the skills. When industrial development occurs in urban areas, it leads to the shifting of job seekers from rural to urban that overburden the urban job market. That is why what the government or private company can do is by strengthening more their existing job program to polish more the skills and practical training towards the unemployed candidate in urban area, so that at least they can fulfill the job requirement needed either by the government or private sector. So basically, this can be seen through the successful of the implementation of one AZAM program itself through AZAM culture that able change the unemployed candidate to have a job, as this program provide job training and talks regarding the preparation before applying the jobs. So this evidence can be found in the September 2014, which is the collaborative Carnival Schedule, Carnival Career Jobs Malaysia and AZAM Kerja One Malaysia, as it is a platform that connects businesses with eligible applicants for open position, including low-income individuals who have signed up for e-Kasih system. So basically, this program has been implemented all around Malaysia to help local businesses and job seekers adapt to the changing demands of the economy. As a result of the program, in total 122 throughout 2014, the Career Carnival was hosted at multiple locations around Malaysia, helping to place over 28,000 job seekers in the workforce.
So for the lesson learned, the lesson that I can take from this whole issue is our country is experience in increase in population, which cause an increase in unemployment compared to job opportunities. As a lesson to the government, they should help urban residents by creating more jobs in urban areas. Government can create more jobs in urban areas by investing in infrastructure such as roads, railways and airport. This will make it easier to business to operate in urban areas and will create more jobs. Government can also provide tax break or other incentive to business that create jobs in urban areas. For example, the government can offer tax break to business that hire new employees, or that they expand their operation in urban areas. The next lesson is increase in urban migration. This is because those who live in the rural area feel burdened by the high cost of living. In addition to the income earned lower than those who work in urban areas. When the population increase in urban areas, it causes the area to increase in crime, slum, pollution and more. So to prevent the increase of urban migration, the government can promote entrepreneurship. The government can promote entrepreneurship by providing loan or financial assistance to start up. Government can also provide training and other resources to help those people to start their own business. For example, the government can create programs that provide loan to people who want to start their own business or that provide a training to start or run a business.
The first value that we can learn from this topic is equality value. Equality is about ensuring that every individual has the same opportunity to make the most of their life and talent. It is also the belief that no one should have a poorer chance at life because of how they were born, where they come from, what they believe, or whether they have a disability. The unemployed should be provided with many opportunities such skills and training. Government should alert about foreign worker in Malaysia. Admission should be viewed as one of the threat to local labour, particularly among young people in Malaysia. Malaysian university graduates, school leavers, the unemployed and the poor should be given priority for job openings. Next value from this discussion is determination. Determination requires firmness of purpose as well as firmness of heart. No matter where you are or what your circumstances are, determination will lead you to achievement. Determination is the courage to take initiative, work hard, get back up after fall and keep going. Or in other simple words, working and finding side income to get a better and stable life. Through the skill and training provided, it will help to improve the opportunity to get a good job and improve their living condition.